Okay, so we're now ready to glue our laminate and the substrate. We're going to be using a water-based material. This happens to be a 3M product, 3M Fast Bond, water-based. Contact cement comes in also a solvent-based, but generally speaking, for our purposes, the water-based is going to do a great job, and it won't be toxic, flammable, or explosive. So I got just a regular jade roller and a foam weedy roller that we'll use to apply the glue. The glue could be sprayed, rolled, or brushed, but the easiest application for us to get a good smooth surface is going to be rolling it. So I've got some of the glue in my bucket here. You can see that it's a little bit thicker than the consistency of cream. You see it dripping off the roller there. So I'm going to just go ahead and roll out the laminate first. And I want to get, a good even film across the top. So I'm just going to get some glue out here first, and then I'll tip it off with the roller to get it even. So just making sure the edges are all nicely covered, and I'm going to just go back and forth and kind of tip it off here with the roller. It looks kind of like milk, and that is a sufficient quantity of glue. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece, move it aside. Let's just put it over here for now, out of the way. I get my other pieces of laminate glued up. I'm just using my countertop as a platform to place the laminate so I can glue it up. A little bit of it is dripped on the floor. It won't matter. It will dry and easily peel up later, so I'm not worried about if it ends up getting a little bit onto the floor. It's not going to matter.
As long as you don't step in it.
If you don't step in it and track it all over the place first, that would be, my wife would appreciate that. Take it into the house. So I've got enough glue on here, and now I'm just going to even it out. If you end up getting ridges or big thick spots on the back side of your laminate, it'll show up as a bump. It will actually telegraph through to the surface. So you want to make sure that this is nice and even. If you did like that and left it that way, that could end up telegraphing through. So we want to smooth it out, make sure there's no ridges or bumps, and or particles that might end up on the okay, so we got one more piece here. All right, I'm just going to try to get it smoothed out now. Got enough coverage. Okay, that looks pretty good. Get this out of the way. Okay, I need that foxtail again because it looks like there's a little bit of dust that is on the back side of that laminate. I'm going to make sure that the countertop is nice and clean. If we have particles of dust trapped in the glue, that'll show up as a bump on our surface, which is not the desired effect. Smooth this out on this end here. Keep going.
Brenda.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like I got enough coverage here. I'm just going to go back to my sort of smoothing operation. Alright, let me just like to make sure that the edges have a nice good layer on them, because if the laminate was, the glue was going to start to fail, it would be most noticeable at the edges. Okay. Alright, so we've got both surfaces glued. They'll be ready to stick together when both surfaces have dried. So we're going to let it sit for probably, on a day like today, 20 minutes. And then it'll be ready to bond them together.